Hey, Buff Nation, voice of the Buff, Mark Johnson here. Coming up this week on our final show of 2023 for the Buffalo Stampede, we're talking women's basketball. Number 8 in the land, Kendall Wetta is going to join us after the CU women wrap up non-conference play. The CU men also put a wrap on non-conference play. We'll talk with Luke O'Brien and assistant coach Bill Greer after a 27-point win over Utah Tech and National Signing Day, 21 new Buffaloes for Coach Prime. All this week in the Buffalo Stampede.
A rare three, just the second made three she's had in the corner. She gonna do it again? Yay! How about it? 2 for 2 from three-point range.
There's a flurry of plays by Jalen Sherrod as the Buffaloes were down 14 early but came back to win by 22 over Northern Colorado after a 16-day break. Hi, everybody. Welcome to Buffalo Stampede. Voice of the Buffs, Mark Johnson. This young lady had a big part of that as well. Kendall Wetta, Buffs get the nice victory. Slow start. You've been off for 2 weeks.
Yes.
Does that cause a slow start? What happens?
I don't think it causes a slow start. Maybe we'll blame it on that, but yeah, we're gonna have to fix that before Utah for sure.
Yeah, 16 days off. That's a long time for a team, by the way. That's number 8 in the country. Now 10-1 of the season.
Yep.
What'd you guys do during your 2 weeks off?
We relaxed for a little bit, which was nice, and then we got right back to it. Did a lot of conditioning, running. Toriano loves to run us, and worked on being sharp and crisp.
I was going to say, do you concern yourself with losing your sharpness? Because you guys have been playing some great basketball prior to that break.
Yeah, I think absolutely. That's what we were focused on, is just making sure that we're having high-intensity practices and trying to resemble a game situation to the best of our ability, having not played a game in so long.
All right, you're down 14-0, shockingly.
Yes.
Take us to the bench. What's Coach J.R. Payne and Coach T talking about it?
They're frustrated, for sure.
No
definitely.
panic, though.
No panic, frustration. But even being down that much, I think we all know that we're eventually going to figure it out and resort to playing great defense and figure out how we're going to spark our offense.
And then the Buffs go on a 13-0 run by the half, and I think it was 32-8 or something by the middle of the third quarter. And so you kind of found a rhythm at that point, correct?
Yeah, definitely. It was our defense. We started getting steals and fast breaks and getting it down low to Nettie. And once we get her going, there's pretty much no stopping her. And so that's great. And just kind of go from there and slowly worked our way back up to tied and then to leading.
Last year, going to the Sweet 16, all right, that's great stuff, right? Made a heck of a run. You knew this was going to be a talented team. Did you expect this level of play from the squad?
I think absolutely. We had a great year last year, and we come back and we just want to continue to get better in every area, and I feel like we're all gelling really well together in our offense, which has been a struggle in the past, and so just knowing like where each other is going to be and growing our chemistry in that sense.
Again, the Buffaloes with a 22-point win over Northern Colorado. They're 10-1 of the campaign, and afterward on television, we heard from Aaron Vonleh. Presented by Coors Light. Coors Light, mountain cold refreshment made to chill. Celebrate responsibly.
How about Aaron Vonleh? I just asked you if there's any more blocks in the tank. Career day today, 5 blocks for you, added to your 14 points. I guess just tell me about the fight your team had, because it was a battle in the first half against the Bears that came out tough.
Yeah, I think just because we had 2 weeks off with no games, we kind of wanted to come in and make a statement going into Christmas break. So I think we just did a good job of executing. It was pretty close in the first half, but I think we just did a good job of not giving up and coming back stronger in the second half.
You're one of the top post players in the Pac-12, and what I'm most impressed with by your game is the work that gets done early. So by the time you do get the ball in your hands, it's easy. You only have to take one dribble, and then you're making a lay-in. What's been some focuses for you this season?
Yeah, I think working with Coach T in practice, everything is about positioning, just, not working smarter, not harder. He says that a lot, kind of just knowing when to post up, not to waste any energy. I think we do a good job of that as a post group.
There's Aaron Vonleh. The Buffs win by 22 over Northern Colorado, improving to 10-1. We continue with the Buffaloes guard here for a couple of minutes. Kendall Wetta, the way you're playing right now. You're a junior. You've been around for a little while. You like the way your game's kind of unfolding?
I do. I came in here and only wanted to pass the ball, but the coaches told me I can't do that. So I've been trying to score a little bit more, and I feel like I'm good where I'm at right now.
Wait a minute. That's not the way high school basketball players, when you're a great player like you were, they want to score all the time.
Not really. I was always more assist defense, and that's kind of what I brought here. So That's just who I am and the kind of player I am.
Yeah, most of the time they talk about having to pull back the reins on somebody.
Yeah.
You really had to kind of push.
Yeah.
Right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Definitely. Not the hard work. I'll always work hard, but scoring, I got to shoot the basketball.
Was it always going to be Colorado? You're a very good player here in the state of Colorado.
Yeah, my mom actually went to CU as well, played basketball here.
Yep.
And yeah, I wouldn't say it was always going to be Colorado, but when I came up for my official and met the coaching staff, I knew right away this is where I wanted to be.
Yeah. Yeah, you're close to home.
Exactly.
You got the family here.
Yep, they sit right over here in this
That's
section.
right.
Got to see them every game. I love it.
I always have a great cheering section. What are the Christmas plans now for you and the team?
Let's see. Lots of people are going home, just spend time with family, see, friends and family before we go on our 3-month crazy basketball spree with Pac-12s, and then end the season tournaments.
You've played some big games, obviously. LSU earlier this year, some big games during non-conference. But now you know it's going to get real because the Pac-12 is stupidly talented right now, isn't it?
Absolutely, and we're coming back playing Utah, who's going to be probably a top 10 team at that point, and so just really dialing in and locking in and making sure that we're ready to play a great team every single weekend, not once or twice in a few months, but every single weekend.
What do you want for Christmas?
Oh my gosh. To go home and relax and not think about basketball for a minute.
That we can give her for about 2.5 days. And you got to get back here, all right?
Yeah, okay.
Hey, nice job.
Yeah, thank you.
Kendall Wetta, junior guard for the Buffaloes. They improved to 10-1 with a 22-point win over Northern Colorado. Up next here at the Stampede, we're talking men's basketball. He's got the rebound, splits a double team with the dribble, up court, 3-on-1, no look pass right side, loop to the rim, he fires and he slams with the right hand. Well, Luke O'Brien had a career-high 18 points. Buffaloes get a nice 27-point win over Utah Tech here at the Event Center. Back in the Buffalo Stampede, voice of the Buffs, Mark Johnson. Hey, look, there he is, number 0, Luke O'Brien. That was kind of fun for you, wasn't it?
A little bit, yeah. It's always good to score and stuff, but defensively, I got to do a little bit better. I thought I put my team in a little bit of a hole sometimes in the ball screens, but yeah, it's always fun to score. So.
Tad Boyle, you know this more than anybody, talks about defense and rebounding. Buffs were wonderful on the glass, by the way, plus 24. They're in the top 20 in the country in rebound margin. The turnover thing, though, you had 15 in this game again.
Yeah.
What's the deal with that?
I think we're just sped up a little bit. We want to make plays and stuff. It's always not a bad thing, but we got to clean it up, especially going into Pac-12 play. Those guys are going to capitalize on a lot more than some of the teams we got away with. But no, we're just trying to make plays that sometimes aren't there. But no, we're going to clean it up. So.
How about the way you're playing right now? It seems like the shot. You got a lot of confidence in your shot right now, don't you?
Oh yeah, absolutely. I mean, I've been working on it all summer. I worked on it last year and it didn't pay off, but I've gotten so comfortable, and I've done stuff like in warm-ups where I'm just shooting some weird shots, I'm airballing the shot, I'm hitting the rim sometimes just to get loose and be like comfortable with, missing shots and stuff like that. Because I feel like before I was trying not to miss shots instead of, just letting it fly. So.
Is part of the maturation process, Luke, when you become an older player, you understand, hey, listen, mistakes, shots are going to be missed. Turnovers are going to happen, right? You're going to get beat on defense on occasion. Just letting that kind of fall off, wash it off real quick and go on to the next play?
Oh, absolutely. And GK, George King, was really cool in the summer just talking to me about, staying even keel, not getting too high, not getting too low. And that's really helped me in these games. I make a mistake, I miss a shot, I'm just next play, and that's really helped. So.
You guys are averaging almost 20 assists per ball game. That's a big, big number, right? I mean, that's in the top 10 in the country right now in that category. That's going to make it fun to play. When you come down, any pass, that either you're going to get the assist or maybe get a chance to score a bucket.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, we got a 5-out offense, so everyone's, just passing the ball really well. When you got guys like KJ and Ju as point guards, facilitating, going to the rim, getting 2 guys guarded and kicking it out, it's really awesome. We got guys that can shoot the lights out of the ball. So
that 5-out offense, that's a change, by the way, for this season. Do you like the flow of that?
Yeah, I love it. I love it. I think it benefits everybody. Everybody can, shoot threes. Everyone can get to the rim. So just that spacing, it's hard to guard. So
he had a career high 18 points in a victory over Utah Tech. Afterward, we heard from head coach Tad Boyle. Powered by Ford, cars, trucks, and SUVs built for America, built Ford proud.
Good, hard-fought win. You win going away. It's these games are tough. Mentally, I think on our team coming out of finals, hard to get a great week of practice in during finals. But our guys, I thought, did a pretty good job of it. And I thought we were dialed in from the beginning, which was nice to see. I told them before we left the locker room, the 2 areas we got to see improvement in is our defense from a consistency standpoint, possession to possession, half to half, like putting 40 minutes of a great defensive effort in. And this would be a great opportunity to do that. And the second thing we have to get better at is taking care of the basketball. So that was my message going out, to the floor. And then, coming at halftime, and we're holding them 36%. We had a few breakdowns, but they had 24 points. We'll take that every game, right? So we were doing that, but we had 9 turnovers. So they did one thing, they didn't do the other, and then in the second half they shoot 51%, and we end up with 15 turnovers. So still 2 areas we can improve on. But again, that tells me the ceiling for this team is still higher than what we have hit up to this point. But now that conference play starts, after Christmas, no time like the present, because you have an off night in conference play, you're going to take an L. Doesn't matter who you're playing or where you're playing. So guys deserve a break. Hopefully they'll get a chance to get some time, rest their bodies, spend some time with their loved ones, and come back ready to go.
There's head coach Tad Boyle after the Buffaloes get the 27-point win over Utah Tech, putting a wrap on non-conference play, sitting at 9-2. We continue with Luke O'Brien. All right, when you get to the end of non-conference, that's that kind of first division. The first segment of the season is over. What's your evaluation sitting at 9-2?
I thought we did really well. I mean, there's 2 slip-ups that we wish we had back, CSU, Florida State. But that's in the past. We can't dwell on that. We got to look forward to a new season. We're 0-0 going into Pac-12 play. And, those teams are really good. So we got to take each game by game. Most important games. So Washington, is our most important game, and they're really good. So we got to be locked in for that.
Yeah, Washington coming up on the 29th. That's their first conference game. Things change when conference play starts, right? There's familiarity. Everybody knows everybody. You're familiar with the systems. The intensity goes up. As a veteran player, you have to let those younger guys know, hey, things are getting real now.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Every game is not a game off, Some of these non-conference games, there was teams that, you come in here and beat them with talent, but every single Pac-12 team is really good, and we can't just have a letdown like, last year we came in very inconsistently on the road, and we can't be doing that this year. So,
what's an O'Brien Christmas like? You're a local guy, so you don't have to travel anywhere.
We got Tristan over, but we're really sarcastic with each other, so it gets a little dicey. We got a Christmas Eve party where all my dad's side of the family's coming over, so that's always, interesting. So.
Were you a good enough boy to get something from Santa this year?
I hope so. Hope so.
Time will tell. Yeah. He was good enough in this ball game. Had a career high 18 points. That's Luke O'Brien. Buffs win by 27 over Utah Tech. Coming up next here in Stampede, assistant coach Bill Greer is going to join us. Into the paint, comes to a 2-footed stop, plays up top, KJ long 3, right between the eyes from downtown. The 7-foot point guard plays it right side. KJ sets the feet, fires the 3, right between the eyes from downtown. And Big Eddie's got another assist. KJ has got... Point guard KJ Simpson continues to play phenomenal on the offensive end. He had 23 points. Buffaloes get a 27-point win over Utah Tech. Back in the Buffalo Stampede, voice of the Buffs, Mark Johnson. Assistant coach Bill Greer joining us here for a couple of minutes. All right, it's hard to complain about a 27-point win. I know Tad. When we talked to Tad afterward, it's like turnovers and defensive consistency. That's the thing you guys really need to continue to pursue, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. It's something we have to get better at. I think coming out of finals, it's hard mentally, I think for any team. And I really felt our guys had a really mature approach to the game plan, and we got off to a great start. And that's something I, worried about with this team coming in.
Sure.
Like, could we be ready to go and play with the energy that this game deserved? And I thought we did. At times we were sloppy with the ball, and at times we had some breakdowns defensively, but we did a lot of really good things too.
The offensive numbers on this team right now are spectacular. Virtually any category in the top 25 in the country. Is that your responsibility, the offense?
Yeah, that's all me. Well, I just think guys are making open shots. And we're assisting the ball really well. So we're getting good shots for each other. That makes such a huge difference to your offense.
20, almost 20 assists per ball game right now for Colorado. That's a huge number in the college game, right?
It is. It really is. Yeah. And that's something Coach really preaches, is just, sharing the basketball. And this team's really bought into it. And I think any guy in any night can have a big night for us. You know, and I think we're doing some good stuff in transition that we're creating off of our defense.
Yeah, the Buffaloes will get a nice 27-point win over the Trailblazers of Utah Tech. Afterward, KJ Simpson sat down and talked with the Pac-12 Network.
Where do you feel like you've elevated your game the most since a really good sophomore year?
I think just playing with more composure and more patience. I'm a guy, you know, I've always been so fast, so I think I can make things happen at 100 miles per hour. But I learned real quickly, the more under control, more patience you play with, actually more stuff starts to open up, and that's why, you know, you see the big increase in my numbers.
Your team is playing great.
Yeah.
You guys should be a top 20 team. I'm impressed with how you play together. How much fun are you just having with your guys, and what's that like right now?
It's real fun, real fun. Obviously, everybody loves each other, and that's one thing about this culture is we recruit guys who will get along with the team so well. And so when we carry that over onto the court, it's just so fun to play with. I mean, you see it. Multiple guys are in double-digit figures. It's because we want to see everybody succeed. We just want to win.
You have a great work ethic, and that was demonstrated from the moment you got here from Southern California. One of the areas, and I've seen you play quite a bit, that I feel like you've really improved is your ability to shoot from distance with consistency. Is that fair in your eyes? Do you feel like, man, I'm a much better three-point shooter than I was when I arrived?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I always had that confidence. I always had that capability, but then obviously the numbers didn't show it. And, you know, that's one of the things I went into the offseason understanding is, you know, no matter how I believe, you know, the numbers got to say for themselves. So, you know, worked in it off season, you know, stay confident. I mean, if I miss a shot or two, can't hang my head, you know, going to keep shooting. But, yeah, that's one area for sure I definitely improved in over the off season, and, you know, I've got better at that.
There's KJ Simpson, continues to be in the top 2 or 3 in the Pac-12 in scoring. He had 23. Buffs get the 27-point win. We continue with assistant coach Bill Greer. Back to the offense just a little bit. The 5-out system that you guys made the change during the offseason. How much has that helped this team offensively?
I think it's helped us. You know, I think it's allowed us to play, for the most part, some positionless basketball where guys kind of know how to do everything out there on the floor. Obviously, with Eddie, he's going to play more in the low post, but I think it's helped us, and I think it's helped us move the ball. Which is something I you know, helps us create some good shots.
You know, coming into this season, Cody Williams got a lot of pub day, McDonald's All-American, Tristan preseason All-American, so he's going to. KJ, I don't want to say he was forgotten because he's a first-team All-Pac-12 guy, but Bill, the way he's playing offensively is spectacular.
He's playing at a high level. I mean, the thing I think where he's really matured is his efficiency, you know, and it's something that we talked about to him before the season coming in is you have to be a more efficient scorer, a more effective playmaker. And I think if you look at his assist-to-turnover ratio, it's been really good.
About 3 to 1 right now.
Yeah, really good. But the numbers he's shooting, because he's taking good shots. Now, he still has to make them, but he takes good shots.
There's a control about his game, though, right?
There is, and a lot of maturity to his game. I think if you look at him across the board on every game, he's been really focused and dialed into the game plan. I think, you know, his offense has been spectacular in his numbers, but he's really been doing a great job defending.
What changes now? Now you got to jump into Pac-12 play. What changes?
Well, the intensity ratchets up, and teams know you better than your non-league opponents. So now your execution has to be at a higher level. You have to defend at a higher level.
All right. Well, the first game comes up on the 29th. They've got the University of Washington here at the Event Center. That's assistant coach Bill Greer. Buffs get the 27-point win over Utah Tech. Wrap up non-conference play at 9-2. Coming up next, we're talking football recruiting with Coach Prime's football team. Back in the Buffalo Stampede, voice of the bus, Mark Johnson. You know, last Wednesday was National Signing Day for college football, always a big day in the world of sports. Coach Prime put together his second class and all 21 new players for the Buffaloes. Now, they really addressed some needs. In fact, 5 edge rushers on the defensive side, 2 down linemen interior on the defensive side, 4 offensive linemen. We know we need that. Some great athletes on the offensive side, including a couple of quarterbacks. In all, the #1 portal class overall was 16 new players transferring in, and overall the 21st rated recruiting class in the country for Coach Prime. And during National Signing Day, we had our cameras behind the scenes.
Four a.m. headed to the office. Colorado football to win the national championship today. Today is a step forward. It's a big day. It's Christmas time. Came a little early.
I ain't giving any advice on but how to go to church on Sunday. Now so much he get me stoned.
Rome wasn't built overnight. The Buffs weren't built overnight. We're gonna make history. Make history. We believe, do you? Oh, the start of the Natty Run, baby. How can you not be excited about National Signing Day? We addressed the need. We got better on both sides of the ball up front. We're going to be able to protect the 2024 Heisman, and it's going to be a great day. Yeah, it's going down.
A lot of people think that recruiting and signing day is about the signing day, but this is a year, 2-year-long process. I mean, you establish relationships with a lot of these players.
I see you, boy. I'm proud of you, man.
The lifeblood of your program is recruiting. It's about personnel, and we feel like, you know, our staff's done a good job of evaluating the needs, you know, what we've got to have to be able to become a better football team.
They got you on 4K.
And have a chance to win championships. I mean, that's why we came here. So that's what this day is all about, is, you know, preparing for the future.
Well, that's a pretty good Christmas present for Buffs fans out there with 21 new Buffaloes on National Signing Day for Coach Prime and the Buffs football team. Hey, don't forget, we got a big basketball game coming up on Thursday. The Buff men take on the Washington Huskies in the Pac-12 Conference opener at 7 o'clock. It's been a great Christmas holiday. I want you to have a very safe New Year. We're looking forward to 2024. I'm voice of the Buffs, Mark Johnson. Thanks for joining us this time at the Buffalo Stampede.